three things. There are only three things that can happen to us that can greatly impact our financial lives. And these are, what if we die too soon? What if we live too long? Or we get sick in between? The question is, are you financially ready? Hi guys, this is Teopilo and welcome to our healthcare product training. So in this video, I'm gonna share to you a very powerful product that I highly recommend you check out to help you jumpstart and build a solid financial foundation. Alright, so before we dive in, let me share to you some alarming health realities. So I want you to think about this. Majority of Filipinos don't save money for medical needs. So usually ito yung number one neglected savings ng mga Filipinos, saving for healthcare. And we also know that yung traditional healthcare company does not cover yung mga elderly ages, basically 61 and above. Okay? So basically meron kang healthcare around younger years. Pero when you think about it, yung mga sakit usually they happen on the elderly years. And then at the same time, it is also noted that yung medical cost dito sa Philippines doubles every 6 to 8 years. So meaning, ganun kabilis nagmamahal yung prices, hospital bills and prices, medical costs, alright? And eto din, private hospitals can't let you in without deposit or without payment. Right, so this is a very sad situation wherein a lot of Filipinos they can basically yun yung sabi na that a lot of people, they don't die because of lack of medicine or lack of treatment or cure. A lot of people, they die because they don't have the payment, they don't have the down payment to pay for these medical bills or hospital bills. So it's very sad to realize this one. And also, kapag meron ka naman healthcare right now, let's say for example, you are employed, okay? So may healthcare benefit ka sa company. You cannot bring with you your healthcare benefits when you retire or resign. Okay, so just imagine this one. You're happy right now kasi mayroon healthcare. It's a good help. Pero, once you retire, resign, kahit hindi mo pa nagamit within those years that you are employed, by the time you resign, dun ka na magkakasakit, hindi mo siya magagamit. Alright? And this one, very sad also reality that most people rely on their children when it comes to healthcare expenses. Worst case also, they sell their properties. Kapag meron sila mga investments, they have properties, businesses, they sell it to pay for medical needs. Or worst case, borrow money for medical expenses during retirement. So, this is something that we really need to think about. Like, if we're not preparing right now, years from now, we will become a burden to our families. And lastly, majority of personal bankruptcy is due to medical crisis. So, the number one emergency talaga is medical bills, medical crisis. Meron magkakasakit, yung mga investments, businesses, mawawala because of health expenses. Okay? So, question is, who will provide for your healthcare during your retirement years? So if you're not saving right now for healthcare expenses, for healthcare needs, by the time you retire, who will provide for your needs? Alright? So as I mentioned, that we need to build a solid financial foundation. Number one talaga in our foundation, healthcare. This is the number one neglected savings. So very important, we need to save first for healthcare. And just like building a house, you must build from ground up. Start tayo with healthcare. Dapat may life protection tayo in case something happens to us. Our family, meron silang makukuhang cash, right? And then kung pwede, wala tayong debts, meron tayong emergency funds, and investments. A lot of people, they go into investments right away, pero walang healthcare, walang life protection. In case may magkakasakit, yun, nabenta yung investments, walang emergency funds, kaya they go into debt, okay? And then once mamatay, walang life protection. So instead na may marireceive na cash yung family, yung utang will be passed down dun sa family. It's a very sad reality. That's why it's very important we need to build a solid financial foundation. The challenge is medyo challenging kasi kailangan mo pa mag-save ng healthcare, kailangan mo pa mag-save ng life insurance, and then kailangan mo pa ng investments. Okay, so medyo kind of difficult to build a solid financial foundation. Pero, what if what if I'm gonna tell you that there's a product, there's a program that can address these three major needs, okay, of every Filipinos. Meron siyang healthcare, meron siyang life protection, and meron siyang investment. It's a 3-in-1 program. And this is what I highly recommend. You check this out. And that program is called Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder. Okay? Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder. This is one of my highly recommended programs that you can jumpstart to build your solid financial foundation. So, this is the complete financial plan. So, if you want to have a solid financial foundation, dapat meron ka nito. Complete financial plan. Number 1, what if I die too soon? Who will take care of my family? Or what if I live too long? Who will take care of me? So, yung solution yan is dapat meron tayong life insurance. That's what we call instant money. In case something happens to us, yung family natin, merong instant money. And then, what if we live too long? Dapat, yung solution natin, investment, and of course, long-term healthcare. So, these are the 3 major financial needs to complete your financial picture. Investment, income protection, and healthcare. And, luckily, Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder has solved these 3 major financial needs. So, let me share to you how does Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder works. So, ganito. Kaiser Long-Term Healthcare. So, let's say for example, name Juan de la Cruz, and he's gonna get a plan called K100. So, basically, I'm gonna show you later that there are different plans that you can choose depending on your budget, depending on the amount that you need, or depending on the amount of coverage that you want. You can actually choose, alright? So, I'll show you later, but in this example, I'm gonna show you a plan called K100. So, tapos, ito yung long-term care benefit, 100,000, okay, which I will explain later. And the contract price is 411,000. So, basically, ito yung mga payment options. You can pay monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual payment. So, example, for this illustration, annual payment is 58,000. If you multiply that by times 7, that will be 411,000. So, kasi ganito, how it works. You just need to save for 7 years, okay? So, for this example, age 22, nag-start, and age 29, he's gonna, tapos na yung contribution period niya. So, 7 years siyang maghuhulog. So, every month, monthly, up to 7 years, or mag-annual siya, up to 7 years, or he could also choose spot cash, okay? But for this example, let's just choose annual or monthly, alright? So, ito yung mga benefits mo while you're still saving for it. So, number 1, yearly physical examination benefits. So, this is free annual physical exam. Example would be stool analysis, urine analysis. Okay? So, mga basic annual physical exam. Alright? This is free for the next 7 years. And the next is dental benefits. So, dental benefits, example would be cleaning. Okay? So, magpapa-cleaning ka. That's free. Okay? And then, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are also discounts on dental procedures. Okay? There are also discounts as long as you're a Kaiser plan holder. And then, ito yung mga malulupit na benefits while you're saving for 7 years. Waiver of installment due to death or credit life. Or waiver of installment due to disability. So, ito, in case something happens in the first 7 years, alright? What if sudden death? Kasi for example, nag-save ka lang, 2 years ka lang nag-save. Tapos, sudden death. Okay? The payment will be considered waived. Okay? So, it will be considered fully paid. And then, yung plan mo will be passed down dun sa beneficiaries mo. So, example, ikaw, tapos may anak ka, yung anak mo is your beneficiary. Tapos, you're saving for only 2 years and something happens, like death or disability. Meaning, because of death or disability, you can no longer continue to pay, di ba? So, the payments will be considered waived. Okay? Waived na yon, meaning, considered fully paid na. And, the family will receive, okay, the policy. Alright? So, ayos ba yun? So, this is a very good benefit. Like, just imagine 2 years ka lang or 3 years ka lang nag-save, something happens, it will be considered fully paid, and it will be passed down to your beneficiary. That's a very, very great benefit. Alright? Basic medical benefits. So, you have access to thousands of, hundreds of hospitals around the country, in the Philippines. And the same time, yung medical benefits like wala kang down payment, you can get inside the hospital without down payment as long as you mention that you're a Kaiser policy holder, right? And then members' choice of room and board, 1,000 per day. Again, ito depending on your policy, this will change. So for this example, K100, yung budget niya per day sa room and board is 1,000 per day. And in the first 7 years, you have a yearly benefit limit of 60,000. Okay, every year, meron kang 60,000 annual benefit. So, basically, kapag magkakasakit yan dito, first 7 years, Kaiser will shoulder 60,000. Alright? Kaiser will shoulder 60,000. Pero granting, ito very important to also note that granting hindi siya pre-existing illness. Pre-existing. So, anong ibig sabihin na to? Like, cancer, parang ganon, pre-existing yun, di ba? Like, ano pa ba? So, something that basically the doctor will mention, he will be the one who will diagnose na itong sakit na to is pre-existing. So, why is it na hindi allowed yung pre-existing? Why is it not covered in the first 7 years? By the way, remember first 7 years, hindi covered ang pre-existing. This is actually to protect the plan. Okay? This is actually to protect the plan. Kasi kapag covered, kasi for example, kukuha ka ng Kaiser tapos may existing sakit ka na, and then gagamitin mo yung Kaiser, most likely malulugi yung company, di ba? So, nag-pay ka lang ng 1 month. Tapos, gagamitin mo na kagad kasi may annual benefit limit of 60,000. Hindi yan mag-work. Okay? Kasi hindi covered yung pre-existing illnesses. So, ano ba yung mga covered? Example, like, accident or mga sakit na hindi pre-existing. Okay? So, like, something na nag-get mo, like, kumain ka ng something and nagkasakit yung tiyan mo, parang ganon. So, that's not pre-existing, di ba? So, yan yung covered in the first 7 years. Basically, they are strict in the first 7 years because this is to protect the plan holders. This is to protect the company na hindi siya malugi. Okay, that's why in the first 7 years, hindi covered yung mga pre-existing. So, I hope clear yung mga healthcare benefits. Again, physical check-up, free ito. Dental benefits, pa-cleaning, free once a year. Waiver of installment due to death or disability. This is one of the best benefits talaga. Fully paid yung plan in case something happens. Basic medical benefits, you can go inside the hospital without down payment. As long as you coordinate with Kaiser, you tell them that you're a policy holder, and you have access to actually hundreds of hospitals around the country. And members' choice of board and room, 1,000 per day, and yearly benefit limit of 60,000. So, every year, 60,000 lang yung pwede mong magamit. Right? And then, kapag fully paid ka na, ito yung matatanggap mo, you're gonna receive a certificate of full payment. So, ito yung full payment ko, certificate. Okay? And of course, meron kang Visa card. Just imagine once fully paid ka na, meron ka na yung Visa card. So, dito na yung funds mo. Dito mag-accumulate yung funds mo. So, in case magkakasakit ka sooner or later, ito na yung gagamitin mo. Swipe na lang. Diba? So, say for example, like, kapag wala kang healthcare savings, just imagine the burden, the hassle of borrowing money, withdrawing money, and then withdrawing your investments or ibibenta mo yung mga properties mo. Very hassle yon. Pero with Kaiser, kapag fully paid ka na and then may funds ka na inside your Visa card, swipe na lang. That's peace of mind. Just imagine that one. Peace of mind. Alright? So, now let's continue. Kasi the product is 7 years to save and then 13 years to wait. All in all, that's 20 years. Okay? So, 7 years to save, 13 years to wait. All in all, that's 20 years. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? By the 20th year, magmamature na yung account mo. Meaning, you have the option to withdraw. Okay? You have the option to withdraw. But I'll explain it later. So, let me show you ano ba yung mga benefits mo on the 7th year onwards. So, pagkatapos ng payment period mo or yung saving period mo. Okay? So, again, let me repeat that. 7 years to save, 13 years to wait, 20 years all in all. Right? So, dito, after 7 years, tapos ka nang mag-pay, yung benefit mo is term life from accumulation until the 20th year. Actually, yung term life insurance, this starts at year number 0 or as long as you have started your account. By the time you started your account, na-approve ka na, you are covered with term life insurance for the next 20 years. Okay, let me repeat that. In case something happens, in the next 20 years, covered ka with life insurance. So, something happens sa atin, something happens to you, yung family mo will receive life insurance next 20 years. As long as your account is approved, day 0 up to 20 years, you are covered with life insurance. Right? So, I'll show you magkano yung coverage in a while. And then, accidental death and dismemberment for accumulation until the 20th year. If I'm not mistaken, this one is depending kung ano yung cause of death. Example would be accident. In case accident, mata times 2 yung term life insurance mo. Okay? Mata times 2. I'll show you in a while. And then lifetime network access to over 500 hospitals and over 1,000 doctors. Okay? So as long as you have funds. Actually, this is more than 500 already. Basically, dito sa accumulation period, okay? So let me show you again. This one, the first 1 to 7 years, this is the saving period. This 7th year to 20th year, this is the accumulation period. Bakit? Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Diba nag-save ka? Those funds will now be invested in an investment vehicle wherein mag-grow yung money mo, okay? At an average of 10% interest per year. 10% interest per year. So, basically, your funds will be invested in vehicles like mutual funds, okay? In the stock market, wherein your funds can grow up to 10% interest per year. Kasi, this is a 3-in-1 program. Healthcare siya, tapos life insurance, as I mentioned kanina, 20 years, you're covered with life insurance. And on the 7th year and beyond, dito na mag-a-accumulate yung money mo because of investment. 10% interest per year. So, let me show you, on the 20th year, ito yung total accumulated unused health benefit. So, kapag you're not using your healthcare dito sa first, from 7 year to up to 20th year, it will be accumulated resulting to 269,000. Okay? And then, meron kang long-term care benefit. Ito yung 100,000. Ito yung dito, di ba? Plan K100. That's why long-term care benefit is 100,000. So, you will receive this. Ito, unused is, as long as hindi mo gagamitin, you have this one, accumulation. So, bakit ba malaki kapag unused? Kasi yung goal ng Kaiser is long-term healthcare. The more you don't use the product, the higher the benefits later on. Okay? And then at the same time, ito yung malupit, long-term care bonus, 350,000. Okay, 350,000. Ano ibig sabihin nito? In case you don't use this, let me repeat that ha. First 7 years, di ba meron kang 60,000 per year dito? 60,000 annual benefit limit, not covering pre-existing. If in the first 7 years, you don't use yung yearly benefit limit mo, you don't use it, okay, meron kang long-term care bonus. So, you will receive this long-term care bonus. Okay? So, let me repeat that. If you don't use it in the first 7 years, yung 60K or yung annual benefit limit mo, meron kang long-term care bonus. Okay? So, basically, itong long-term care bonus is like 85% of your premium. So, imagine this one ha. Like, yung total savings mo is 411,000 for K100. 85% of that is 350,000. So, basically, para bang 85% because you are healthy, okay? You started early, you are healthy, you did not use it. 85% ibabalik ko sa'yo. So, that's why meron kang bonus na 350,000. Alright? And then, yung malupit ng Kaiser Ultimate is that if maganda yung performance ng market, again, the stock market, the mutual funds can go up and down, up and down, and up and down, okay? So, in case maganda yung performance ng market, meron kang additional health benefits. Additional health benefits. So, kapag i-add mo lahat ito, yan yung total accumulated benefits mo with bonus. So, i-add mo to, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito yung total accumulated benefit mo. Okay? So, ayos ba yun? So, basically, ito, total health benefits, this is actually just this one. This one plus this one is equal to this one. So, we can ignore this one. Basta lahat ng ma-receive mo at the 20th year, at maturity, okay? So, ito yung total ma-receive, 1.1 million pesos. Alright? So, 1.1, it is contributed to this one. Hindi mo ginamit dito. Okay? Unused health benefit. Long-term care benefit, this is K100, so that's why 100,000. The long-term care bonus naman is, you did not use yung first 7 years. Okay? Meron ka nito. And then, additional health bonus benefit when the market is good here. Ito yung potential na ma-receive mo. So, total is 1.1 million. So, when you think about it, just imagine ha. Total contract price, 411,000. Yung ma-receive mo is 1.1 million. So, parang almost times 3, di ba? Almost times 3 yung investment mo. Okay? And then, age 42, he started like, how old kanina? He started at age 22. Okay, age 22 siya nag-start. And then, age 42, meron siyang 1.1 million. Alright? So, the earlier you start, basically, the bigger yung potential na marireceive mo. Alright? So, I hope I'm making sense here. I hope this is clear. And then, ganito, by the time mag-mature na at age 42 niya, or by the 20th year, he now has the option to withdraw the money. Again, this is a 3-in-1 program, di ba? Healthcare, and then investment, so pwede niyang i-withdraw. Pwede niyang i-withdraw lump sum. Okay? Or he can consider is as a healthcare fund, he will just let it accumulate or grow. Pwede din ganon. And then, third one is life insurance. So, nga pala, magkano yung life insurance na marireceive? In case something happens, ito yung marireceive ng family. Yung long-term care benefit. This will be taken in advance, plus the long-term care bonus. So, basically, yung term insurance na marireceive ng family is 450,000. Okay, let me repeat that. In case something happens to the plan holder, yung 450,000, yan yung marireceive ng family as a life insurance proceed. In case death by accident, this will be times 2. So, like 900,000 yung marireceive ng family. Okay, and then fully paid, considered fully paid kasi dun sa waiver, di ba? And then yung beneficiary will receive the policy. Pero since na-claim na nito ng beneficiary, so ang yung makukuha ng beneficiary is ito na lang yung unused health benefit. Kasi this will be taken in advance. Alright? So, I hope that is clear. Yan yung term insurance benefit. So, by after 20th year, since he now has the option to withdraw these funds, so, hindi ka na-covered ng life insurance after 20th year. Kasi, this is now good as cash eh. Good as cash. Alright? Alright. So, now assuming natin na on maturity, kasi 42 years old eh, bata pa siya. Let's say for example na hindi muna niya gagamitin yung 1.1 million. He just wants to continue it to grow. So, pwede naman. So, ganito yung mangyayari. From age 42 to up to age 60, this time most likely dito, age 60, senior citizen na, di ba? Or dito na lalabas yung mga sakit. Okay. Pwede mo nang gamitin. Okay? You can now use it as a lump sum health fund. Or pwede din, if you're still healthy at age 65, dito mo pagagamitin. Pwede din ganun. So, ito yung mangyayari. At age 60, yung total health benefits na niya is 6.4 million. Okay? Pwede niyang i-withdraw to as a lump sum retirement benefit. Okay? Or, a healthcare benefit. Pero, he also has an option na gamitin yung pension. So, what do we mean by that? Meaning, instead na kukunin niya yung 6.4 million, he will just get the 10%. Okay? Intact ito, every year nag-grow ng 10%, kukunin niya lang yung interest. Alright? So, meaning, intact yung 6.4, every year meron siyang health benefit or pension around 600,000 per year. Isn't that awesome, di ba? What if healthy siya at age 65? Ito na yon, di ba? 10 million na yung healthcare funds niya. So, you can withdraw this as a lump sum retirement fund or you get 1 million every year, 10% of this one as a pension or a health fund. Alright, so ganun kalupit yung Kaiser. Healthcare, long-term healthcare. Meron kang Visa card, peace of mind. Meron kang life insurance. In the first 20 years, you are covered with that one. Okay? And then, meron ka rin, pwede din siyang investment. You can use it as a retirement fund or a pension plan by the time you retire. Pero para sa akin, if you ask me, I would consider Kaiser is a long-term healthcare. So, I will not use it as a retirement fund, diba? Kung ako personally. So, it is a separate fund lang and then it is exclusively used for healthcare because sooner or later kapag magkakasakit, at least meron kang peace of mind. Right? So, let me show you some other, diba sabi ko kanina na you can have different option, diba? Ito K100, this is just one of the plans. So, you can choose a lower plan depending on your budget or a higher plan if gusto mo ng higher coverage. So, let me show you. Okay? So, there's actually, eto. This is actually, ang kagandahan kasi is, IMG is one of the exclusive, actually the exclusive distributor of Kaiser. So, you can get your plan through IMG. Okay, so IMG is a financial institution teaching about financial education. So, you can have your own quotation. Pwede kang gumawa ng sarili mong quotation or you could also coordinate with me. Okay? And I will help you create your own quotation. So, example, ito, si Juan de la Cruz, And then, yung plan niya is K100. Okay? So, ito, as I shared kanina, K100 yung plan. And then, ito yung contract price. 7 years yung payment period. Contract period is 20 years. He started at age 29. Okay? So, yung long-term care is 100,000. Ito yung term insurance, di ba? I mentioned 450,000. In case of death by accident, this is times 2. Okay? So, at age 60, assuming natin, at age 60, just scroll down. You can just read all these benefits. But, I'm more interested in this one. At maturity, ito yon 1.1 million. And then, at age 60, meron siyang 3.3 million. Okay? 3.3 million. So, remember this value because I'll show you later ano yung difference. And then, at age 65, meron siyang 5.3 million. Okay? And then, as I mentioned, pwede ka din mag-choose ng lower plan. So, K45 or K50,000 or pwede ka rin higher, K150 or meron din, pinaka-highest is K1 million. Okay? So, you can choose that plan also. Okay? So, depending on your budget. So, let's say for example K60. So, you want a lower budget, compute quote. You just click this one, compute quote, and eto na. K60, yung contract price is eto, 247 na lang. Okay? So, same thing, 7 years and this one. Pero as you can see naman dito, yung benefits niya at maturity is 600, almost 700,000 lang. So, mas lower yung benefit kasi yung contribution niya is mas lower. So, if you look at this one, yung monthly or annual payment is just 35,000. Kanina sa K100, that's 58,000. Okay? So, you can choose this one for a lower premium. Or what if gusto mo ng higher value like K150, just click compute quote and you can see dito, it will change. Alright? 600,000 na yung contract price. Pero by the maturity, 1.7 na yung marireceive instead 1.1. At age 60, 4.5 million na. Okay? So again, the higher the plan, the higher the coverage. And then, eto din. The higher the plan, the higher the coverage. How about you start early? How about you start early? So let's say for example, balikan natin yung K100. This person started at age 30. At age 60, as I mentioned kanina, at age 60, meron siyang 3 million. Diba? At age 60, meron siyang 3 million. What if magdi-delay siya ng like 5 years? Like, hindi mo na ako magsisave ngayon. Okay? Hindi mo na ako mag-save ngayon. So, delay siya ng 5 years. So, let's adjust this one to 5 years. 5 years. Let me see if this is correct. Oops, bumata. So, 1988, 83. Compute code. 6 years na lang. So, let's say for example, kanina age 30 siya nag-start, at age 60 meron siyang 3 million. So, let's say for example, nag-delayed siya, 36 years old na siya nag-start. Okay? So, at maturity, same thing pa rin, 1.1. Pero at age 60, 1.7 na lang yung marireceive niya. Okay? Kasi nag-delayed siya. So, the earlier you start, the higher yung makukuha mo long-term care benefit at retirement. Okay? Again, kanina, di ba, age 30, 3 million yon. Pero ngayon, at age 60, 1.7 na lang yung marireceive niya. Kasi, this is what you call the high cost of waiting. The longer you delay, the lesser yung mga benefits mo. Kasi hindi na mag-grow yung money mo eh. There's lesser year for your money to grow. So, the earlier you save, the higher the coverage, the bigger your contribution, the bigger the coverage. Alright? So, I hope this is clear. So, let's go back to our presentation. So, that is how Kaiser Ultimate Healthcare works. So, ngayon, let me show you some case studies. So, again, the problem, number one problem, diba, is what if we die too soon? So, I want you to meet Venus. Okay, so for privacy purposes, I've hidden some of their names and some information. So, Venus is a financial advocate of IMG. As I mentioned, IMG is a financial institution teaching about financial education. Okay, so she's an investor, tapos a single mom, a mother of 2 children. Unfortunately, she died last May 2016. due to a car accident. If I remember it right, yung car is like it's like going upwards, and then para bang she went at the back of the car, at yung car is it moved backwards, and then car accident. So very unfortunate, she died, and then leaving her two kids who are still high school students. Okay, so this is Sanito, her friend, and then he mentioned dito na thank you for entrusting your financial future to our ever dependable health savings company, Kaiser. Okay, so at least it was unfortunate, pero ito yung the good thing. She started savings 2 weeks prior to the accident. Just imagine, 2 weeks, meaning isang premium lang yung na-pay niya. Actually, she paid, I think, 1 month lang ata. 1 month lang yung na-paid niya. Because she's covered with life insurance. And then, accident yun. So, no times 2. So, her family, her 2 kids, receive almost 1 million instant cash. Okay? That can be used now for her tuition and day-to-day needs. For their tuition and day-to-day needs. And then, as I mentioned kanina, this is the life insurance proceed, almost to 1 million to her 2 kids. And then, another cash lump sum on the maturity. Kasi, yung policy will be passed down dun sa beneficiary, yung kids niya. And then, by the maturity on the 20th year, they will receive another lump sum cash. So, ganun ka-amazing yung Kaiser plan, life insurance, at the same time, meron pang health benefit. Mapapasa dun sa mga anak niya. So, it's a very sad reality, pero the good thing is, at least meron siyang Kaiser plan. Okay? So, just remember, if a child, spouse, or a parent depends on you and your income, you really need life protection. Okay? So, another case study naman is, what if we live too long, diba? So, this one, Lorenzo, sabi niya dito that her grandmother died at age 91. So, ang tagal. She lived too long. Okay? So, this is one of the major challenges in life if we live too long. If you don't have a long-term healthcare program, you might wipe out or deplete your retirement fund, investments, and other assets. Ito yung worst part. You will become a burden to your children, family, and relatives. So, just imagine age 91. So, matagal. Okay? Pero, unfortunately, dati kasi wala pa kasing long-term healthcare. So, what happened is ganito. Ito sabi ni Lorenzo. Like, Lola's food alone in the hospital, administered via IV or dextrose, costs 7,500 daily. Daily. This does not include her room charge daily, doctor's fees, and other medicines. So, just imagine that one, Ganun ka-expensive magkasakit. Okay? As per Lorenzo, her grandson, they spent millions already of pesos, had liquidated some properties just to pay the hospital bills. Pero the good thing is, her lola has 9 kids to help her. Okay, 9 kids. So, again, dati kasi, there's no long-term healthcare, so kaya ganito yung situation. Pero ngayon, meron ng long-term healthcare. This doesn't have to be your story when you grow old. This does not have to be your story when you grow old. So, very important right now, if you're still capable, you're still healthy, you're still young, you get your own long-term healthcare so that by the time we retire, old age, meron na tayong health funds for our retirement, for our healthcare expenses. And we will not become a burden to our family. Alright? So, just some final questions. Which one do you like? Get admitted in a ward area or get admitted in a suite room? So, just imagine this one, di ba? So, ang dami. You can hear other patients crying. Parang bang mas magkakasakit ka nito, di ba? Kasi parang everybody there is sick. Meron, somebody is crying, parang somebody, so basically parang wala kang peace of mind, di ba? But if you have funds, you can get your own suite room, you have peace of mind, your family can visit you because you have health funds. So just remember this one. If you don't have a healthcare program or healthcare funds, you don't have a choice. Okay? So this is a very sad reality. A lot of people, they never save for healthcare expenses, wherein this is the number 1 cause of Filipino family bankruptcies. Okay? So, I want you to jumpstart building your financial foundation. Get a program. This is one of the best programs that I highly recommend, Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder. At least, yung financial foundation mo, you can now jumpstart building it. Meron ka ng healthcare, protection, and investment. And at least, if you want more protection, you can get life insurance. If you want more investment, you can get more investments. You eliminate debt. You also build your emergency fund. Pero at least, as a start, right away, meron ka ng 3-in-1 in just one program. So I highly recommend you start investing in Kaiser now. There's a link down below in the video or above this video. There's a link down there. Click that link. You have access to creating your own quotation. So basically, you can create your own quotation. As I've shown you kanina, diba? So you can create your own quotation. You can choose what plan you want, how much you can contribute, how much coverage you want. Okay? Or, if you find it quite challenging, you could also communicate with me, message me, and I help you create your own quotation. And highly suggest, start investing in your Kaiser Healthcare now. Jumpstart your financial future. Have financial peace of mind. And be ready in terms of whatever challenges you have. In case we die too soon, live too long, or get sick in between, you are protected. Okay? Once again, this is Tio Pilo. Create your desired lifestyle. Bye-bye!